Inner Child, and welcome back to Soul Horoscopes Weekly Edition. I'm your host to the universe, Christopher Witecki. Nice to see you back, Crab. And today, this week, your horoscope is sponsored by the Guardian Agency. I have a new feature I'm rolling out. They're called Psychic with Texts. What it is I have programmed the right with text to come at the right with time, where it will ask you the right with question. And that hopefully will unlock some intuitive stuff. I'm trying to get you to open up your intuitive side, and I'm trying to also map out the vibrations of the moment. And so this is a lot of fun, actually. And if you play along, just write down the first answer that comes to your mind, or just remember the first answer that comes to your mind. The point is for you to start thinking in this direction and processing. Should be fun. And come on down to soulgarden.me, Crab. We are your Facebook away from Facebook. We got a lot of cozy cushions in the Crab areas of the site. We've got Mary, Mother Mary here, who is always helping us and riding along. She's talking about the high tides and the fishies this week. She's a very good rider, by the way. She gets great numbers. She can really hit the spot. So come on down. We're there, we're here, and we're going to stay around and help you all week long. And where are the Crabs? Well, you know what? It's not too hard of a transit, really, because it's about belief structure this month. The Cancers, the tribe of Crab, is working on philosophy, religion, where your education will go and grow, and what you necessarily believe in, what you put yourself behind. The truth of the matter is your intuition needs to play a bigger part in what you believe in the moment. Your beliefs fluctuate. They go with the flow. You are a person that understands everyone's perspective. You're not really supposed to be biased, and I think that kind of confuses Cancers at times as to who you are and where you are separate from the rest. However, Crabs do go with the flow, and this month is about going with the new direction of what you believe in, allowing yourself to move on to the next chapter. Okay? As we begin on Monday, it's about restoring peace and tranquility to your belief structure. So you might be playing this whole thing out trying to get into Harvard this month. Or you might be playing this whole thing out fighting your parents' Catholicism. Or you might be playing this whole thing out deciding that you're smart enough, damn it, and you're not going to listen to what they have to say. You know better. Wherever it is you're fighting for your belief structure, on Monday, we stop fighting. We bring peace and order to it. Go find the information, make the apology, go find a new solution. Venus restores energy. The moon is in Leo, so you're feeling valuable. You know, I think you're feeling ready to move forward. We're having a little bit of a light thing here, electricity, Uranus. But I think your emotions are definitely on your side. Whatever it is you have to do on Monday to restore peace to belief structure will happen. Interesting, it might all play out at work. I say that because Mercury and Uranus conjunct on Monday, so there might be some big epiphany about work. Maybe work is a big culprit in the whole thing, or career is a big culprit in the whole thing, but you get some sort of work thing on Monday. Work thing on Monday. It's a little George Bush thing. Then on Tuesday, we get Neptune. We get intuitive. It's an intuitive psychic day, so you can find the answer. You can find the school. You can find the journey. One other thing that sometimes plays out are people want to take vacations in vacation planning mode in this particular transit. Remember, vacation is an education waiting to happen. You submerge yourself in another area, you learn. Everything is just opening you up. So could be vacation stuff. Either way, Tuesday is an intuitive day. It's a cloudy day. The moon is still in Leo. So your emotions are still focused on value and manifestation and abundance and that sort of thing. So you're feeling good in that regard. Notice I brought up the soul pyramid in Earth. This has not gone away. We have a second holy shift coming up on March 14th. And a big proponent of it is Venus conjuncting Jupiter, which is kind of on approach. All week, this is just going to get tighter and tighter and tighter. What this is going to do is for you have a holy shift in the way you see yourself in the world, in society, or with your friends. And that is going to be a big launching pad for the rest of 2012, is this shift. It's a big shift. It's an interesting one. So Tuesday, that starts to kind of come out of the woodwork. Also Tuesday, on the mothership, office hours, our Soul Mart practitioners will do a free 5-minute reading over webcam in office hours. So you can come and get to know our people, and you can get a little solution to a situation. Come on down, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Then on Wednesday, it's a big climactic time, especially if you're a Cancer. Full moon in Virgo. Full moon in Virgo, you know, every Cancer has their way. Some Cancers get nuts on the full moon. Some Cancers get knocked out. They fall asleep. It depends on the Cancer, but there's definitely, you know, the tide goes somewhere. So many Cancer women roommates I've had. I should have said roommate. Whoop. Whoops. But I know what happens on full moons. It's like part of the cycle. I mean, a Cancer sets the moon on the calendar, and the full moon is where they set something. Everything is timed around this period. But nonetheless, it is a full emotional dose and your mind coming together. So you might go into a mind game or an argument or get into a conflict, or you yourself, or go back and forth. That is actually kind of a setup for a lesson, so don't go too far with that. That's the whole point. You're learning about beliefs and philosophy. So if your mind suddenly starts going nuts on you and wants to commit murder, is that part of this new Buddhist philosophy you've been working on all month long, or whatever it is you've been working on, or whatever vacation you want to be on, whatever paradise you want to be? That's the whole point. So the full moon is kind of giving you an opportunity to react differently. That Mars retrograde means Cancers are going to change their programming and the way they think and respond intellectually. So that's kind of a setup. This full moon is a setup for you to learn that the hard way. So be careful about that. Now moving on to Thursday. Thursday, whatever comes to be, we put into action. So you're forced to act. So if you opened your mouth and said something yesterday in the full moon, you better act on it. You better put your money where your mouth is, Crab, because Mars is going to be pushing on that particular day. This is the day where your mouth can get you in trouble. The moon is still full. It's just not at the total climax or apex of it, but it's still full, and it's still making you mind games of motion, going back and forth on Thursday. One more point, we do have office hours again on Thursday. So it works out pretty conveniently this week. So Tuesday or Thursday at 11 a.m. getting you on either side of hump day. Then on Friday actually, probably fatigue. Crabs will be tired on Friday. The moon's going to pull into self-nurturing needs. Suddenly mama needs to eat. Mama needs to sleep. And if you haven't, you will feel it. It'll pull you definitely down. So it's going to really be a recharge day of your batteries on Friday. At the same time, you're just kind of holding space, maybe not bringing up the whole philosophy thing, just not touching it. Okay, not touching it, and that's really what Friday's about. Hey, if you're sitting at home, if you're calling the day off, come visit us at SG Live. Carolyn Nagel and I have a live webcam radio show, and we are working on psychic development. That's going to be our topic. We did Edgar Cayce last weekend. We're going to work on more psychic development. So if you want to step in your psychic awareness, come listen to us. And if you can't make it live and in our chat room, well, we do record it, so come back. Then on Saturday, well, a little bit of trauma or drama on Saturday, maybe one more last test of the mind game. So if you had mind games, they come back. That's because the moon's going to cross Saturn. So you're going to have to grow up. You're going to have to get responsible. You're going to have to take control of your mind and tell it where to go. It works for you. You don't work for it. That comes to a head. So that's the only real drama. And interestingly enough, it might all play out with a friend, because it's opposing the Jupiter-Venus conjunction, which means that it could be a friendship. This all might be playing out with a friendship or an argument with a friend, or something that's risking a reputation. It's leading up to that holy shift. Whatever's going on in your mind is leading up to that on the weekend. So you were really recharging Saturday again. So Friday and Saturday are recharging. On Sunday, the moon moves into Scorpio, and so your inner child's going to want to come out. Certainly Sunday is probably the most fun day of the weekend for the Cancers. Jupiter rules the day on Sunday, so you're certainly feeling playful. You definitely want to go out and do something for your inner child on Sunday. By the way, if you bought an Act 1 video, you want to watch the end of it at this point. This holy shift I keep talking about next week, I covered it heavily in the Act 1, so go back and do a little review if you can before those energies hit in the following week. All right, Crab, that's all I have for this week, but I'll see you in 7 days. Live, love, be.